It's time for the Travel Thursday segment. This is a segment that we started midway through the pandemic because we wanted to present you with a few options to consider when you're planning your holidays for places that you can visit when things go back to normal. And we decided to keep this going. Joining me now to talk about a very special destination right here in India is Aanvi, who is a content creator and a travel vlogger. Thank you so much, Aanvi, for taking the time. You're going to speak about Himachal Pradesh. Why does it stand out? I think a lot of people speak about the apple orchards there.
Hi, how are you guys? So this is Aanvi here from TheGlocalJournal. I think Himachal Pradesh is such a beautiful state and it's like a must to do, I think, for Indians and people flying in as well. And yes, the apple orchards are amazing and you can actually buy those apples at like every street and corner. You will see these ladies selling apples for you.
Tell us a little bit more about how to get there. Obviously, you fly in. But what are the various places that you absolutely have to hit when you go to Himachal Pradesh? How much time would you spend there?
So there are two ways to reach Himachal Pradesh. There's one way you get to Delhi airport and then you go, or you get to Chandigarh airport. There's also a third airport at Dharamshala called the Kangra airport where you can reach and go. However, the flights are a little expensive when it comes to Kangra. Chandigarh to whatever your destination is approximately a 10-hour drive, and Delhi would be a 13-hour drive or so. And the must-visit destinations, I think, is that it's a very hidden place, or not so hidden anymore, but the Tirthankar Valley, Jibhi, Shoja, those places are so beautiful and quaint. A river flows through the entire town, and it's just amazing. Then you can follow it with Bir, which is another amazing town known for paragliding, sunsets, amazing cafes, and you can like cycle in the whole town. And I think if you want to do like a cut-to-cut trip, then like 7 days are great. However, there's no end to like how many days you can do. You can even stay in for a month. I know so many people who stay for a month and like just chill, relax, enjoy the mountains.
And look at those evergreen trees that are being seen in the pictures that you've shared with us. So beautiful. The landscape is amazing. You didn't mention the number of days that one would ideally want to spend here, and also give us a sense of where you would stay and what the kind of expense would be when you're talking about stay.
So I would ideally suggest 7 days to spend in Himachal if you are doing a pure vacation. However, the most beautiful thing what this pandemic has done is that Himachal is a great work from home destination. The network, the Wi-Fi, everything at most hostels, hotels is amazing and you can work from there. So you can extend your trip up to 14 days to a month also if you love the mountains. In terms of expense, Himachal can actually be a great budget trip because you've got lot of hostels. You can find a bed for as low as rupees 500 a day. Your food can be approximately, again, rupees 500 a day, 250 for a meal or so, really good homely meals. And then your major expense is your internal travel or your cab. So you can again plan it out. Like, do you want to take a cab throughout your journey, or do you want to like stop, stay at your destination, and then again book a cab? Again, in terms of the total expense, it really depends on what kind of stay you're doing. In terms of what kind of stays are possible, you've got hostel, which is more for the youngsters and also really, really pocket friendly. The beds are amazing. The views are fabulous. You have to just go to hostelworld.com and you'll find a bunch of hostels with reviews. You have got homestays, which are again budget. You can find a lot of homestays on many websites, including Make My Trip, etc. And then you've got hotels. You have got your 3-star to your luxury hotel. And then the last one is the villa. Due to the pandemic, the villas have just boomed. You have such beautiful villas. So if you're like a huge group, I would definitely recommend that.
Give us a sense of the cuisine, because this is really, we're trying to help people make a decision here. Why Himachal as opposed to anywhere else? One, you've already painted a beautiful picture. You've shown us some of the pictures that talk about the landscape, and I'm sure the weather is amazing. What's the cuisine like?
So the local Himachal cuisine, you've got the Sidhu, which is very famous, and of course the momos. Like every corner, you will find momos, and hills are known for the Maggie. But in terms of cuisine, you'll be shocked. But Himachal has everything. Like there are such amazing cafes that you can explore. Every cafe is serving like a great coffee to pizza to pasta to North Indian food. You have everything, and even in the smallest of towns, you'll find like really wholesome meals like roti and whatever sabji you want. Everything is very available. Like it's available everywhere with the tourism boom.
Final thoughts in terms of Himachal Pradesh, the people. I want to know about the people, because this is something I ask all my guests who talk about places to visit. And I've heard so much about Himachali people. What can you tell us about them?
They are so warm. I mean, they are so warm. Like, you just walk down the street or you just visit the market and you just end up talking to a girl or a boy or anybody or a lady, and they'll have like stories to tell you, and they're just very caring and warm people. Like even if you're staying at a homestay which is really owned by them, they'll make you feel like, okay, like you're a part of the family. They make you feel like you belong over there, which is, I think, the most amazing part of them.
So much, Aanvi, for taking the time. You truly have, I'm sure, put Himachal Pradesh on the bucket list for a lot of people.
I hope so.